Let's play a few random tactical puzzles here on Lichess. Okay, so in black, let's look at the material count. Wow, I'm down a couple of minor pieces, but he's not developed at all. He's got a back rank problem here. Yeah, so rook to f1 check. There's no blocks. You'd have to come out here. Then there's a rook to d1 check, and you'd have to come out here. Then there's a queen to a5 check. And you can block with the pawn on this square, but then I would take the pawn with the queen, and that would be a mate. Or you can move the king over here, and there would be also a mate on b4 with my queen. So yeah, it's one of those puzzles where you just keep checking, okay, and you win. So check, 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 checkmate. Okay, so mate in 4. So 1350 rated puzzle. It's one of those puzzles where you might just make a guess, like, oh, that's my only safe checking move, so I play it. Well, don't do that. Try to see it all the way through to the end. Okay, don't guess. Okay, let's see. Material is about equal, although I have an extra pawn. Okay, his bishop is loose. What do I attack? Where is my eye drawn in this position? I am looking at this f2 square. So rook takes f2. Rook takes f2. Bishop. His pawn is annoying. It's blocking a back rank check here with the queen. Maybe queen takes f2 check. Rook takes f2. Rook to c8 check. The knight could intercede and delay things for a move, or the rook could go back, and then I have a check with the bishop. King is driven back in the corner, and then I grab the rook for mate. Well, not mate. If the knight stays there, the knight could intercede, but then I've got a bishop and a rook piled up on the knight, and the rook will take the knight for mate. Okay, so let me make a prediction here. Final move, rook takes knight mate. Let's see if that's the way the computer plays. Okay, check. Check. Oh, he didn't play that line. I'll show you the line afterwards. Okay, check, check, and mate. All right, so my prediction failed, but here was the line I was thinking of. So instead of blocking with the knight, if he goes like this, I have check, goes back here, I have check, and then here, and then mate. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so either way, black gets mated. That puzzle was rated 1966, so a harder one. Let's try another one. Okay, just took a pawn. So I'm up a pawn. I have a dangerous pass pawn. He has a dangerous pass pawn. His king is under fire. Immediately I'm looking at this check here, driving him back to the back rank. Yeah, this looks good. Rook to h7 check. If the king falls back here, then we're going to have a mate in 2, like this. So after rook to h7 check, the king has to come here, because then this check doesn't quite work because of that block right there. But then my rook that would be sitting on h7 can also check on the back rank, and when his king moves out of the way, I can grab the rook there. And I can grab it with this rook to keep my rook on the h file to protect against that promotion. So that looks pretty good. Check, check, check. No. Oh, it's a mate in 2. Okay, silly of me. Check and mate. All right, so let me turn the engine on and look at that. I'm not a great player. I'm not embarrassed to get one wrong. I get them wrong all the time. Okay, so I was planning on doing this. Hey, at least the computer gives me like a plus 10 here. That's pretty good. So I did a plus 10 move, and I lost the puzzle. All right, so my thought was, well, the king has to come out somewhere. Like if it goes here, then it's an easy win. Okay, if it goes here, it's also an easy win. I've got that covered. So that was my thought, but I missed that simple mate in 2. So lesson learned, when you see something good, find something better. Let's try another one. Okay, well I do have a royal fork right here, king and queen. So let's look for something better, like I just said. I'm down a rook. So if I win a queen, I'm up material. What's better than that in this position? There's no other forcing moves. This is the only forcing move, knight check. Everything else is slow. Queen takes pawn. I can try to get it in here and do something, but it's too slow. Yeah, I see nothing better this time, and I'll be terribly embarrassed if this is wrong, but it's not. It's correct. Oh, it's only a 946 rated puzzle, so I'm glad I got that one. Let's try another one. Okay, so I've got his king on the run here. I'm down a pawn. So let's look for a mate. So what safe checks do we have? I just see this one. Knight to b5 check. Okay, that forces the king right back here. And then I have this bishop check. And that's a mate. That's a mate in 2. Okay, let's play it. Check, check, mate. Okay, 1286. Okay, just one more puzzle. One more. Just like Nakamura, one more. Okay, material is equal. His bishop is unguarded, his rook is unguarded. We call those loose pieces when they're unguarded. So we try to attack them. And if possible, we try to attack 2 loose pieces at the same time, which this move does. Okay, that forks the loose pieces. Can he save them? So queen to c3. Wants to save his rook, the more valuable piece. If he moves it, he can't guard the bishop. I'm going to win the bishop. Can't protect the rook and guard the bishop at the same time. There's various ways to protect the rook, but I'm going to get the bishop. Does he have a counterattack? Not really. I've got that guarded. Queen's not doing anything. Knight's guarded. I do have a loose rook or 2 myself, but he can't get to them. So this fork has got to be the answer. Okay, so he just guarded his rook and left his bishop unguarded. So we just won the bishop. All right, I will end there, so thanks for watching the video.